Hey from Jack! It's me, Jack here, and welcome to a brand new episode of JBJFX. Well, in this episode, it's going to be another educational video. Now, I've done some educational videos before, but this is going to be extra special. I have been being harassed. Recently, assaulted, flat out bullied, joking, about me being an egg, and it is quite horrible because I am not an egg. And here are some reasons why. First off, the size of an egg is completely different to my relative size. I myself am about 5'10" in height, and the smallest egg, as on record of 2017, is of about 10 millimeters or 0.33 inches. And the biggest egg ever is about 12 by 8 inches. That would make it pretty much impossible for me to be an egg, because that would mean 12 by 8 inches is, do we have a, no, here we go. So that's 12, so that's like 12 by 8. So it'll probably be about this by the entire, so this by this. So that is not, that's like the size of my head, like going down to my neck a bit, but not my entire body. Because as you can see, I'd say that like this is about the size that I just said, right about this. So there's a bit of a size difference. Another difference between a human / me or an egg would be the texture. The eggshell has a bumpy and grainy texture, and the average human skin, which I have because I'm a human, as you can see, skin, I have my weaknesses, my eyes, all that stuff, is much smoother and squishier than a egg. Don't believe me? Just feel an egg, and then feel your arm. Also, an eggshell is made almost entirely of calcium carbonate crystals, but the outermost layer of a human skin is configured out of a substance called epidermis, which is completely different than calcium carbonate crystals. So that would be like comparing this brain fart, this ruler with this napkin. Like, this is squishy, and it is like not squishy, but you can squish it. It's very smooth. But then this is also smooth, but then it's not squishy. You can bend it, but not as much, definitely. So it'll be like comparing those two. Also, you probably wouldn't know this unless you're a cannibal, but humans and eggs taste extremely different. Human flesh tastes like pork, but a little bit more better and stronger. It actually tastes quite good. Also, most eggs taste bland and tasteless, which with little hints and buttery taste with subtle umami notes. These two things taste very different, as you might imagine, and I taste much more like a human than an egg, or at least according to the description that I gave you, I do. Don't believe me? Here. Just put off a tip of my finger. Doesn't hurt. I do it all the time. It's like biting your fingernails. I've tasted raw egg before. Completely different. Try it out yourself if you don't believe me. Also, we've talked about the outside, the form, but also talk about what's going on inside the body. No, this isn't sex ed yet. No, let's wait for your parents to talk about that. I'm talking about inside the general human body. So, the guts of a Homo sapien and these shelly premature babies are probably one of the most different properties. The proportions of components for fresh eggs are 32% yolk, 58 albumin, and 10% shell. Now, excuse me because I'm not the best at pronouncing almond names, but the human's insiders are made up almost 99% of 6 elements: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. Only about 0.85 is composed of another 5 elements: potassium, sulfur, sodium, chlorine, and magnesium. Not a single one of these elements are the same. As you may be able to tell, the human organism has many more elements than an egg, and therefore is much more complicated. I have all of these elements. You could take me through an x-ray if you wish, if you don't believe me, to that level. I have all of these elements, and that's proving I'm not an egg. Also, if you think I'm an egg, just like, come on. Seriously. I'm not impressed. This is disappointing. And now, another thing that is different between an egg and a human, an egg which I don't have here, and a human, is our purpose. The purpose of a human is to reproduce, expand, and survive. But the egg's purpose is to nurture a premature baby until it's ready to either hatch or come out of the womb. No, when I say come out of the womb, you probably, when you think of that, you think of like a crack, like something that comes out of a penguin's butt, or a chicken's butt, or like a lot of things' butts, you know? Comes in and out of them. Oh, no. No, eggs do not come in butts, you know? Comes out of butts. But also, there's an egg. You were born in an egg officially, because when you are inside your mother's stomach, which is how you're born. If you don't know that, then you shouldn't be watching this video because you're way too young. And inside your mummy's stomach is an egg when you're born, or when you're in your mummy's stomach. In this stomach, there's an egg, and you are inside that egg. You go into your premature self goes into that egg. When you're inside, your premature self is inside your mummy's stomach. There's the egg inside there, and you're growing inside the egg. Now that egg pretty much breaks open in a sense. Not really, but just to, I don't want to get into extreme detail because, like, you know, I don't. Then you come out of the mummy's tummy, and then you're born, and yay. So, that egg, I am even less like, because that egg is pretty metaphorical, I guess. It still is an egg, but it's kind of like a, it's not the egg you'd think of. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then, again, stop watching this video, because you're too young, and you're not educated. Wait till the 6th grade to watch this, at least, I'd say. But, yeah, that's pretty much why I'm not an egg. There are a few other reasons. Here are just some other floating around reasons why I'm not an egg. 1, eggs don't have eyes. You might not be able to tell, but I have eyes, like I've said before. Eggs cannot see at all. They don't have something that substitutes eyes, like cats have whiskers and dogs have whiskers that help them see better. No. Also, our nose and our mouth. My nose and my mouth. Eggs can breathe. They use this thing called osmosis, but they don't have a nose and a mouth to use that to breathe. Plus, I can't use osmosis. Watch, I'm going to hold my breath, and I won't be able to breathe out my skin like osmosis. Osmosis pretty much is where creatures can breathe out their skin, and that's something an egg can do. But watch as I can't. Okay, now that was a bit of an overreaction. I didn't really need to take that much of a deep breath, but pretty much that was on purpose. Pretty much what I'm saying is that I cannot breathe out my skin like an egg can. And eggs don't really even have skin. There's another thing. Ears. Eggs cannot hear, unless you're an egg from the Alien movies, but, you know. And hair. I'm not going to bother going into that one, because if you don't know the difference between human hair and egg hair, which doesn't exist, then yeah. Also, look at this. All human heads kind of look like eggs in a sense. Like, see, this structure kind of has an egg structure if you pull back the head. Kind of looks like an egg. But if I gave you a horrible haircut like I got, you're going to look like an egg as well. I'm so beautiful with my hair. It's so beautiful. Also, eggs can't chew gum. They can't chew, period. I love chewing gum, but eggs cannot chew gum. Nor can they talk, nor can they have YouTube channels and upload about daily. Now, I'm not saying I do upload daily. I'm trying to, but it's hard in my circumstance, especially since I don't really have enough fan base to actually, you know, help me get ideas for YouTube videos, which I'm still open to. Give me ideas. I'll do just leave in the comments below of what you want. And yeah, you can also go to the website, JBJ, it'll be in the description, hopefully, if I'm not too lazy to put it in there, and comment what you want for a video. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all for now. There's a fire alarm going off outside because New York City. But yeah, That's all for now. Bye!